Welcome to the Problem Corner for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. My name is Model 42, and today I want to show you why building encounters in this version of Pathfinder is easier than ever before. While building encounters, and we are talking about fighting encounters only in this video, not social or exploration-based encounters, in 1st edition and also most versions of D&D is really difficult to balance. Since the games themselves were not balanced very well, and the rules were kind of wobbly sometimes, Paizo found a great way to fix things. The basis for that probably was the most difficult thing for them to do, finding a way to balance the player characters, the gear, the spells and enemies alike, and pretty much everything has a level associated with the powers and abilities it has, making it easy to see if an item is meant for a character of a certain level, and if an enemy is a fair encounter for a group of a certain level. Before starting to play the game, as a group, or just because you are the DM, you have to decide how quickly the players level up, and once you make that choice, don't switch it up during the game, unless of course, you notice that it doesn't work well for your group. In a standard game, players level up every 1000 experience points, or XP, but if you want a fast game, you can choose 800 instead, or 1200, if you want a longer game. Why is this important? In the other games and versions named, your heroes need more and more XP with each level, and mostly you had to calculate the XP of monsters, to kind of see what you wanted, though in this version, everything is based on a level, making the following process almost ridiculously easy, which is amazing, since it helps you make up even spontaneous encounters in a matter of minutes, and have them balanced. Every encounter has an experience points budget, and there are 5 levels of encounter danger, everything made for a party of 4 players, with easy methods to switch it up. If you play with more or less than 4 players, a trivial threat uses 40 XP, something that is so easy, the players should not be able to lose and pretty much don't need to spend resources at all. A low threat uses 60 XP and might use up some resources, but rarely would be a real danger to them. For a moderate threat you use 80 XP, and this will be a serious challenge most of the time, but not to a point where it will overpower the heroes. A severe threat encounter for 120 XP will use up a drastic amount of resources and chances of the heroes getting in big trouble is very high, which would make for a great final boss, maybe at the end of an act. The highest amount you usually spent are 160 XP, and it is pretty much meant for campaign-ending threats. With enemies so strong, a well-rested and prepared party of heroes will need every ounce of luck and tactic to come out victorious, with a higher chance of them losing, but it still will be manageable and needs teamwork and knowledge to beat. You see on the table a column for character adjustment. Just add or subtract this number for each player missing or added to the normal count of 4, to build a balanced encounter. Also this, as well as the enemies themselves, take into account that the players find enough level-appropriate gear, as you can see in the core rulebook on page 509. We are not talking about treasure until a future video, but it is structured easy enough as well. If you have chosen the budget for an encounter, you now choose the enemies, and a simple table again shows you how much of that budget an enemy will use up, based on its level alone. A monster of the same level as the party will cost 40 XP. If it's 3 levels lower than the party, it will only cost 15 XP, and if it is 2 levels above the party, it will cost 80 XP, and so on. This number also represents how much XP the players will earn when defeating, capturing or chasing away the enemy, or by beating the encounter in different ways. This makes calculating when the players level up also easy, since more difficult encounters will get them more XP, and weaker encounters will take up more time than benefits the party. Also, if they finish a quest, depending on if it was ridiculously easy, kind of moderate, or a major quest, you can give them between 10 to 80 XP as well, and also give them some hero points for more complex quests and adventures. And that is pretty much all you need to do. Let's end up with an example of a 3-player group of 5th level each, with some decent treasure gear they found, and plan out a severe threat encounter as end of a cool quest line. We have a budget of 120 XP, minus 30 XP since there are only 3 characters, for a total of 90 XP to use. We take 1 troll, who is level 5 and costs 40 XP, his wife a green hag of level 4, who costs 30 XP, and 2 giant rats for 10 XP each, the minimum, who are the pets of the hag, for a total of 90 XP. This does not sound so bad at first glance, but remember that the party only has 3 heroes, and they have to face a strong and capable melee creature, a spellcasting hag who can fight up close as well, and the 2 rats that scuttle about and are kind of annoying. And that was that. Very easy, and because of the way that Paizo is balancing everything, that encounter will be tough, but beatable for them, though it will use some resources. After that combat, they will gain 90 XP, and since the whole quest was moderate, after they did whatever else they have to do, they are rewarded with an additional 30 XP and also gain a hero point back, since they had to use some to beat the encounter. I really hope that this video not only showed you how encounters in Pathfinder 2nd edition are built, but also why they work so well, no matter if your group is big or small, level 1, level 12 or level 20, and that because of the whole balancing, each and every encounter will be suspenseful, tactical and mostly fair for both sides. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this to be helpful or enlightened, consider leaving a like, it really helps out. Subscribe for more content and guides of all kinds, and leave a comment if that system is better than D&D or Pathfinder 1st edition in your opinion, and why you think this way. Till next time.